Welcome, welcome, my friends. Welcome to the Inspiring You Show. If we haven't met, I'm Henry. So, I am a multidimensional guide and energy intuitive here to support you in living from soul alignment, nervous system safety, and inner truth. Y'all, this is a space for sensitive, attuned beings navigating this powerful time of transformation. And together, we journey through energy healing, somatic wisdom, cosmic integration, not to become someone new, but to return to the light essence that we've always carried. So may what is shared here nourish your system, awaken your knowing, and anchor your light. Thank you for being here. You're not alone. Let's walk this path breath by breath with presence and grace. And this space is light encoded and infused with source aligned light frequencies. If it resonates, you are invited to receive what serves your highest good through your own soul's discernment and take in what nourishes, leave what does not. And you are always in choice for your highest good, my friends. So, this is a guide to May's 2025 energy forecast in categories and time frames. And so, y'all, May 2025 energy theme, one of them, if you could just say an all encompassing one, is really about opening a field of becoming. So, living into the spaces of your soul that is ready to inhabit. So, May arrives not as a demand, but as an invitation. It does not push, it opens. And after months of pressure, purging, and deep recalibration, this month brings a subtle but profound shift, a spaciousness, a softening, a gentle forward motion. You may not feel fully regrouped, and that's okay. Openings rarely require perfection, only presence. So these openings will not look the same for everyone. They are deeply personal, uniquely timed, and often unexpected. For some, the opening will come through a conversation that changes everything. For others, it might emerge as a burst of creative clarity, a long awaited release of grief, a new approach to health, or a quiet yet unwavering sense of self-worth rising to the surface. I feel like for me, y'all, I feel like I could say like yes, yes, yes to each one of those because what a week it has been for me transitioning from April into May. I have had a whole talk about recalibration. Woo! I am currently what the guides are calling I'm going through a huge purge, a huge detox. My human would say I've, been sick. But the guides are like, there's a giant detox going on, a grand detox, if you will. And it has been truly profound on the levels of clearings and calling in, and then the recalibration and some of the gifts that have been there that have come online even more. And so for you though, how is it showing up for you? And that's what you want to look into. And so this month though, you're not chasing opportunity. You are tuning to the openings already forming in your energetic field. You're being invited to respond from alignment rather than react from urgency. Whether it's a chance to realign your relationships, make peace with the past, begin a creative project, shift your physical environment, or restructure your energy around work and purpose. These opens, they're responses to your inner work, your soul's intention, and your willingness to grow. But there's a caveat, my friends. To walk through the door, you must be willing to set down what you're still gripping. Fear, control, or overanalysis and outdated identity stories will block the very openings that want to guide you forward. Instead of forcing solutions, this month asks you to soften into trust, to become still enough to feel what's emerging, to be flexible enough to think and act in new ways, and to listen deeply enough to recognize the whisper of soul over the noise of habit. So, reflective inquiry for the month ahead. What kind of life am I truly ready to live? Where do I feel an opening, no matter how subtle? Which relationships nourish my becoming and which ones restrict it? What environments support my peace and expansion? Where is my energy asking me to be redirected, restructured, or reclaimed? So, those are the reflection inquiry questions, the journal questions. I will put them in the show notes as well. So this month is not about rushing into the next chapter. It is about listening for the doorway, for the opening. The field of May holds within it new frequencies, inner shifts, and unexpected clarity and soul aligned directions. But it also requires discernment. Not every opening will be meant for you. Not every spark will be yours to chase. You're being asked to move with spirit, not speed. And when you treat May as a sacred field of openings, you shift from survival into sovereignty, from waiting into embodiment, from reacting into choosing. This is your time to walk forward, not because you have it all figured out, but because something within you is ready. So then there's an energetic opportunity, which is then a landscape shift here. This month, the frequency of opportunity is not just about what you receive, it's about what you become willing to see. In energy terms, opening opportunity is a shift in frequency bandwidth. It alters the perceptual field, revealing what was previously obscured. Solutions, allies, timelines, inner wisdom, renewed direction, things become more available and there's new openings. Yet to walk through these open doors, it is essential to clear the inner debris. Fear, control, over identification with the mind, attachment to outcomes. These are the energies that constrict your field and block new timelines. Support your body and nervous system to release these. Do energy work, whatever calls to you, whatever modality. Y'all know I layer modalities. Your presence, grounded, calm, and intuitive, is the key to unlocking what's ready to meet you. Also, May is a threshold month. You're standing at the edge of possibility. Not everything will land at once, but the landscape is rearranging in your favor. Stay grounded in your light truth, soften into presence, and listen to what life is offering you now. This is your time to partner with the unfolding, to honor what is emerging, and to walk forward with trust. So, how May's energy will show up in your life. This is opportunity, emotion, awakening the fields of expansion. So, how it's going to show up for you, the inner landscape of possibility. This month invites you to become an alchemist of your own reality, transmuting fear into fuel and resistance into readiness. If you're feeling stuck, stagnant, or weighed down by emotional residue of past cycles, this is your signal to pause and recalibrate. Your your internal resistance is not failure. It is a signal that new energetic structure is forming beneath the surface. Beneath the surface. An opening reveals itself when you stop rehearsing the limitations of your past and begin listening to the future whispering through your body dreams and intuitive pulse. Can you allow your vision to evolve beyond what is familiar? Can you trust what you feel more than what you've been taught to fear? So, to step into the field of emergence, you also need to move energy through breath, intention, stillness, sacred action. Notice where your life force is leaking through worry, control, or hesitation. Then gently redirect your awareness toward what wants to be created through you now. So you want to let May become the month you say yes to the life that's already lives within you. So here's a soul prompt. What aspects of your life are craving more space, vitality, and direction? And what are you willing to shift to open that doorway? Okay, so the next category, relationships, mirrors, upgrades, and recalibrations. Every relationship, past, present, or potential, is a living mirror reflecting where you are in your own evolution. This month, these reflections grow louder. Some may arrive as grace, others as friction, but all are here to reveal where resonance lives and where redirection is needed. This is not a time for superficial bonding. It is a time for honest frequency alignment. Ask yourself, does this connection support my unfolding, or does it anchor me into an outdated identity? That one question may unlock a deep inner clarity. And with that, then expect emotional activations, particularly around the full moon, as unresolved patterns rise for release. Don't collapse into guilt, blame, or bypassing. If these things do come up, let yourself process them. Use the tools. Instead, treat these moments as soul openings, spaces where you can reclaim your voice, strengthen your boundaries, and choose presence over performance. So, whether you are then deepening sacred bonds, healing generational wounds, or calling in new relationships that reflect your soul path, this month offers an opening to relate with more sovereignty, compassion, and embodiment. So, here is a heart check-in. Am I relating from my light truth or from a version of me shaped by survival patterns? Am I relating from my light truth or from a version of me shaped by my old survival patterns? So take time to journal that. All right, the next category is health and physical body, listening to your temple. Also, sorry if it's really loud because it seems like there's a lot of all of a sudden yard work outside going on. Hopefully, you will not be able to hear it as much as I can. All right. So, health and physical body, listening to your temple. Your body is your barometer, your truth teller, your first language. It carries the unspoken memory of your soul's journey and often bears the weight of your energy field that has not yet released. So, it is the slowest to shift, and it's the most sacred space in which your evolution takes root. This month's theme of digestion, inflammation, and physical flow are metaphors. What are you struggling to metabolize emotionally? What's stuck in the joints of your life, refusing to bend or move? What needs to be released from your energetic system to restore clarity and vitality? So there's a significant opening this month to rewire your relationship with your body from control or neglect into partnership and reverence. So movement, rest, hydration, and emotional attunements are not luxuries, they're acts of self-honoring. Also be mindful of emotional absorption. Sensitive beings may unconsciously carry the weight of others, so you want to shield your energy out of the energy of love, clear your field, anchor into your own frequency before you reach out for others. Here's an embodiment practice. Speak to your body each morning. What do you need from me today? So ask your body, what do you need from me today? And then honor it like a sacred request. All right, business projects and creative initiatives. Sacred structure meets inspired flow. The vibration of new openings is alive and creative in your creative and professional landscape, but entering them requires grounded intuition and intentional discernment. This is not about rushing to produce. It's about choosing what aligns, what feels alive, and what holds long-term resonance. Whether you're launching a new project, restructuring your work, or collaborating with others, you're being called to move from centered clarity, not fear, scarcity, or comparison. Some openings will feel like clear green lights. Others may dazzle with potential, but they lack energetic support. Trust your gut and honor your pace. So if you're stepping into greater visibility or redefining your role, make sure your container, energetic and logistically, is strong. Who's on your team? Where are your time and energy being invested? Are your efforts creating sustainable expansion or draining your reserves? Toward the end of the month, momentum builds, but remember, you don't need external confirmation to begin. Your soul's readiness is the only approval required. These openings favor those who are prepared, embodied, and brave enough to begin. So here's an energetic audit. Here's an energetic audit prompt. Where am I spending energy out of habit? And where do I long to invest from the heart of who I am becoming? So, an energetic audit prompt. Where am I spending energy out of habit? And where do I long to invest from the heart of who I'm becoming? Okay, the next category is environment. A sacred mirror for the soul. Your environment, physical, digital, energetic, is always reflecting your inner state. If the spaces around you feel stagnant, disorganized, or heavy, this is a sign that your field is ready for reconfiguration. May brings an opening to create sacred space that matches your frequency. Begin with small symbolic shifts. Open a window, clear the clutter, Reposition something on your altar. Let your outer world become a living declaration of the timeline you're stepping into. Change your environment with the reverence of ritual, each act affirming, I'm ready, I'm ready. Some may feel called toward relocation or travel. Others will feel drawn to deepen their roots. Either way, presence is your compass. Let your body tell you where it feels safe, inspired, nourished, and supported. And remember, nature is not a backdrop, it is a participant. Winds, waters, fires, and earth are all allies. They're not here to disrupt you. I know it can be challenging at times because it can feel that way and it can prove challenging in other ways. I mean, I live in Los Angeles. We went through the fires in January, and it was really difficult in a lot of ways. And we're still, as a community, healing, and the land is still healing. But ultimately, though, in terms of Earth, it is our allies. So they're here to help us to move what is ready to shift. So looking at that from the highest good. So partner with them, ask them for support. Let your environment be your co-healer. Environmental mantra. Here it is. As I bring harmony to my space, I invite clarity, presence, and new openings into my life. As I bring harmony to my space, I invite clarity, presence, and new openings into my life. All right, now here are some key dates and timelines for May 2025, embodying the path of possibility through new openings. May 1st through the 7th, laying the energetic foundation, intention, inspiration, and inner alignment. May brings and begins with a quiet brilliance, a time where heart and vision can meet in clarity. The energy here supports creative inspiration, soulful dreaming, and the first days are a sacred opening where your inner alignment plants the seeds for what the month wants to become. You may find yourself more connected to those who uplift your frequency. Trust in the strength of your meaningful relationships. Openings may come through connection, through support, and through a renewed sense that you're not walking this path alone. At the same time, your inner process continues its refinement. Ask yourself, what inner pattern or beliefs is no longer resonant? What wants to evolve or be released to make room for something more true? This is a powerful time to recommit to your practices, honor your self-worth, and gently strengthen the energetic container that will support you all month long. Okay, the next week, May 8th through the 15th, clearing the mental field, integration, surrender, and the alchemy of release. The middle passage of May invites you to bring the mind into clarity and stillness. You may feel the urge to simplify, to clean up the inner clutter of anxious thinking, overanalyzing, or old emotional debris. This is not a setback, it's an opening into deeper alignment. These days offer an energetic cleanse. If discomfort arises, let it guide you inward. There is an opening here to meet the parts of you still shaped by fear and transmute them into trust. Use the grounding tools. Return to presence. Let the nervous system soften into regulation. May 12th is the full moon in Scorpio. The Scorpio full moon on Monday, May 12th, initiates a powerful inner opening, one that requires honesty, depth, and accountability. Scorpio teaches us that nothing can be transformed until it is truly seen. If emotions arise, allow them. If triggered, pause and process before you project. This lunation brings a rare window to clear old attachments, identities, and timelines that no longer serve your becoming. Think of it as a psychic exfoliation, peeling away what has blocked your radiance. Deep healing is possible if you are willing to walk into the shadows with light. Anchor your spiritual practice, move your body to integrate, and make space for the next layer of truth to emerge. If an opening appears, no matter how subtle, honor it. Okay, then May 16th through the 23rd, rising from the ashes, self-trust, prosperity, and creative flow. This is a cycle of inner harvest where strength is not forced but revealed. You may notice a rise in confidence, vitality, and creative flow. This comes not from perfection, but from willingness, my friends, to stay present in the work of your own evolution. And I know it can be challenging at times. Lots of compassion. Humaning is amazing and challenging at times, though. Your relationship, self-worth, and creative vision all benefit from this frequency. You've been doing this deeper clearing, and now an opening appears to move forward with more grace. New insights may land, creative inspiration returns. Even your finances or material world may show signs of new energy beginning to move. Just remember, sustainable change comes through pacing. Let each action be infused with presence. Tend to your body, your systems, and your sacred projects without urgency. The momentum you're building is long term. Okay, then the next week of May 24th through the 31st, anchoring the new power, purpose, and soul led direction. The final days of May bring a current of movement and purpose. This is where your inner work begins to crystallize into action. You may feel a strong desire to express yourself, start something fresh, or finally commit to the dream that's been stirring within you. The powerful opening into authenticity, self-trust, and mature spiritual embodiment. Just be mindful not to confuse speed with clarity. Stay rooted in your values as you make choices. Let your decisions reflect the truth of who you are becoming, not the urgency of past conditioning. If unexpected insights arrive through intuition, dreams, or synchronicities, honor them. A new way of seeing may catalyze the next step. Lean into your spiritual tools, honor your inner timing, and move with the intelligence of the present moment. May 26th is the new moon in Gemini. The Gemini new moon on Monday, May 26th, brings a fresh mental and energetic opening. It's a perfect moment to clarify your intentions, speak truth into form, and open to new ways of thinking and relating. Let curiosity be your guide. Let your breath anchor into your body. Let the duality of Gemini remind you that both stillness and movement, structure and freedom can coexist. So it's all about living the opening, my friends. May isn't just a calendar of moments, it is a living landscape of openings. Some will feel bold and obvious, others may whisper quietly, asking only for your presence and willingness to receive. To walk through them, you don't need to be perfect. You only need to be available, attuned, receptive, and willing. Open to what's arriving, open to who you're becoming, open to the frequency that already lives inside of you. So, my friends, that is it from now. And with gratitude, we now lovingly release all non-beneficial cords, connections, and energetic links that are no longer needed. This is the new breaking the links that we're doing. We seal this space with light, truth, and source-aligned integrity. You are sovereign, you are whole, you are clear. With that, my friends, much, much love. Until soon. And remember, stay inspired.